Hello. Have I turned on the mic? Yes, I have. I have bars moving. I have cameras. It's telling me I've got desktop audio. You should be able to see me. Hello, people. How are you? How are you? How are you? Right. I know you're going to ask, because I'm going to show you straight away. Right before we went live, Stan went out. So that is currently that is currently the Stan cam. You'll note it's been decorated as well. So I'm just gonna I'll go back to the regular. If at any Stan's basically gone out for his afternoon sabbatical. So if he returns at any point, all right, gang. Excellent. You can hear me. Good. If he returns at any point, Ree has promised to bring him upstairs, coax him upstairs with biscuits, and shove him in his bed. So we'll get rid of that until he turns up. I hope you're well. I hope you're all well, people. What a week it's been. What a week it's been. I'm quite looking forward to next week because we've got 2 days at work and then we're off for the rest of the week. So that's kind of our pre-Christmas break before it goes for Christmas. Someone asked in chat about the content reveal for tonight. I can't remember who it was. I'm so sorry. I am looking. Can't see it. We actually have we grow catnip in the garden. Slam dunk. My wife is kind of like the local dealer for all the cats, which is quite funny. Whoever it was asked about the content reveal. I'm sorry, I can't see it in the wall of text in front of me. Oh, here we go. Slam dunk, it was you. Hello, mate. So the content reveal for tonight, let me just tell you what's going on there because it's a weeny bit confusing. There is a Frontier live stream. This is what I think I know, so I could well be wrong here, but this is what I think I know. There is a Frontier live stream at 7 p.m. UTC tonight. That is not the Odyssey content reveal, okay? That is their regular Thursday night live stream. I believe they're hanging out with the Fuel Rats tonight, but I could be wrong. So the 7 o'clock live stream from Frontier tonight is not the content reveal. They are releasing what we think is an Odyssey gameplay trailer, and that is in an award show which I think is in the States, and I believe it's called rather originally the Game Awards or the Video Game Awards or something like that. That starts, or the show starts at 11 o'clock, 2300 hours UTC tonight by UK time. We've no idea what time Frontier is on, so it could be on at 11 o'clock, or it could be on at, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning UK time, whatever time the show goes on to. We've really got no idea what time Frontier is actually on. So the plan here, because where we'd normally be doing Which Space News tomorrow, what we're going to do today is shortly after this stream has finished, I'm going to have a nap. I'm going to have something to eat, and then I'm going to have a nap, and then I'm going to get up again about 11 o'clock, 2300 hours, and watch the stream. Ree's going to go to sleep as normal, and then I'll watch the stream, put together my thoughts, and start cutting together a script for our thoughts on whatever it is we get shown. And so we'll hopefully, when you get up tomorrow morning, or if you're in the US, sometime after the show finishes tonight, or sometime after the Frontier reveal is done anyway, there will be a Buur Pit video about whatever it is they're going to show. So that is our plan. So there probably, in all likelihood, won't be a Which Space News tomorrow as such, but there will be a Buur Pit video. So that is what we are doing tonight. So shortly after this stream finishes, I'm going to have something to eat, and then I'm going to sleep. Let's do some quick hellos. That English gent, hello mate. The Wandering Reapers gaming community, you're being extremely vocal about the cone sector. I suggest perhaps what you're referring to, and I really don't know, is Barnard's Loop, is the big nebula kind of thing, and that's also the symbology that appears on the Thargoids on their ships and on their ground installations, and that's been known for some time. I think that's what you're alluding to, but I don't know. Fosdyke, hello mate. How are you, mate? How are you? Commander Exorcist is here. Grasha, how are you? What is this stream for? I'm going to say ships and giggles. Creature, all right, mate. Slam Dunk, hello, buddy. The Morlock, hello, mate. Yugga Shorter is here. Cooler King is here. Quiz Engine, M squared, hello. Doesn't even play Elite. I mean, really. M squared, what's your game? Chuck your game of favour. Phil Barnes, hello, mate. How are you? Yeah, can't wait for the Grasha. Can't wait for the content reveal. Cannot wait. Absolutely no idea or no expectation of what we're going to see. I really haven't got a Scooby, so I can't remember where I got to with hellos. Did I say hello, Simon Beck? I'm going to now anyway. Dr. Digital, hello, mate. How are you? Josa, how are you? We love the music as well. Abriel Keen, you're right. HP Nomad, hello. Muscume, Bagfather. I think that's everybody. Have I done everybody? Cooler King, hello. Hello. All right. So, oh, you don't? Oh, okay. M squared, you do play. Okay, you do play Elite. I wasn't sure. I wouldn't be at all surprised. It's a beautiful game to look at, to be honest. Fearless F21, you're right. Sneaking in while you're at work. Yes. Namofuser, hello. Tragic Blue, hello. Servidian, hello, mate. How are you? Right. So, as you'll probably see, I'm parked on my. I hope you can see. Yeah, you can. I'm parked on my carrier at the moment. A new duo of CGs has gone live this afternoon. So one of them is a trade CG, and the other one, I believe, is a sort of protection combat CG. I really want to fill my carrier up with stuff for the trade CG, so I'm gonna do that while you and I chew the fat, quite frankly. So this content reveal, is anybody else? Is it in an inconvenient time zone for anyone else? And are you planning to stay up? Loops of shame are almost certainly a given, Bagfather. I think I can fairly much guarantee that. I hope you can hear the game okay, and I hope you can hear me okay. It's coffee today, Servidian. Coffee. What do you fluctuate between coffee and God's own drink, tea, or? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if people watched Elite Dangerous live streams but didn't actually play the game. I can completely see myself doing something like that. Anything that involves spaceships. Speaking of which, did you see? Okay, let's just roll that back. Has anybody not seen the SpaceX launch last night, yesterday? Starship SN8. Has anybody not seen that? That was absolutely stunning. It was if you haven't seen it, it's basically it's the kind of next generation of rockets that SpaceX are looking to put together for their moon and eventually Mars shots, I believe. Statistics I heard this morning was that it's basically the size of a 12-story building. It's absolutely huge. It took off yesterday, went up to a height of about, they're only testing it at the moment, went up to a height of about 12 kilometers, hovered, because that's not difficult for a massive building-shaped rocket to do. Then did what a deliberate belly flop maneuver, so it comes down like that, which is part of its re-entry maneuver, I believe. Not that it needed to do re-entry, they're just testing at this point. And then if they managed to get that done, I think they would have been happy. They were going to have a shot at landing it as well, but kind of figured that they probably weren't going to be able to land it. And it was a spectacular crash, but it crashed right in the middle of the pad where they were going to land. So I don't think really it could have reasonably been expected to be any more successful. It was absolutely incredible. Litho breaking, indeed, Crazy Golem. Digital watched it live. Wasn't it incredible? Wasn't it absolutely incredible? That English Gen, it will be on. I want to say it's on the mega ship, but the best thing you can do, mate, is just go to the just land at any starport or a starport of your convenience and have it transferred. That would be my suggestion. It will be in your it'll be in your module storage, and you can just have it transferred from wherever the hell they've put it. Don't have to stay up, Abriel Keen. You're welcome. Yeah, you have. That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, Elon Musk said they accomplished more than they expected. Yeah, which is they're getting quite practiced at this sort of thing now. So it was extremely impressive from that perspective. Hello, Spookster. How are you? Watching on the quiet, still at work. So if you're at work, right, and you can't, if you're doing it surreptitiously, have you got like an earphone in or something like that? And are you allowed to wear an earphone at work? I'd be crucified if I got caught wearing an earphone at work. I want water purifiers. If anybody's around the Tawanta system, by the way, and you wanna fill the carrier up, I think I didn't look at the price there, but it was selling for about. It's selling for about water purifiers is what I'm after. They're selling for about 230 credits, I think, something like that, at Wilson. And my carrier is buying them for about 1,000, and then we're going to take them to the to as close to the CG as I can get once the carrier's full up, and I'll sell them for rock bottom prices, and then you should be able to sell them again for I think for about another 1,000 at the CG itself. So if you wanna join in and help out with that, you would be most welcome. Even better if you're in the Buur private group, and then we'll see you on stream. Gods of instancing willing. So if you've got a T9, if you haven't got a T9, now is a really good time to buy a T9 because I think they're still on discount, aren't they? I think all Lakon ships are currently. Is the T9 discounted or is it not? Someone tell me. I haven't got a clue what's going on there. I might just check on Galnet real quick, actually. My head tracking's turned off, which is always most upsetting. Haven't actually picked where I need to go, so that's not useful. I would like to go there. Thank you. Frameshift drive charging. I do love this, having my carrier right outside Wilson. Like, look at that. It's already in megameters. I don't even have to slow down. It's brilliant. If you're coming along to help fill up the carrier, do let me know. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Oh my God, look at that. It's never not beautiful here, I tell you. This is our home port. This is where the Burian Protectorate, our player minor faction, is based. Wilson Port that we've just been to is about 36 light seconds, I think, from the entry star, Tawanta A in front of you there. And it's never not gorgeous here. Look at that. There we go. Right. Oh, okay. English gent. Yep. Sorry. Minor wrinkle in that plan. It won't be there yet. It probably won't be there at the moment. It takes a few days, I think, for the module to sort of to appear. Or that's what's happened with previous rewards anyway. So if you the money that you can get from the CG, you'll be able to get that now. Spookster's telling me Bluetooth earbuds. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, Yagashira, looking forward to the inevitable sequel, How Not to Land an Orbital Booster. Completely, yeah. I know that video well. It's great, isn't it? Do you remember that one where they did when they did 2 landing at the same time? I think that was basically a PR stunt, but they did it because they could, kind of thing. But it was amazing. T7, T10, Diamondback Scout, Asp Scout, Killback. Oh, okay. Let's have a quick look at Galnet, because I'm sure there was a story about it. Let's have a look. It wasn't Galnet, wasn't it? I'm not. Yeah, there we go. Right, okay. Asp Scout, Diamondback Scout, Killback, Type 7 or so really Type 7 or Type 10 are the only ones you'd really be that bothered about, aren't they? To be honest. But if you haven't got a sizable transport ship yet, you could do an awful lot better, an awful lot worse rather than a Type 7. They're a good kind of intermediary if hauling is your thing. And I know opinions are split on the Type 10. I absolutely love it, I have to say. I adore my Type 10. What am I doing, commodity market? I'm selling to myself. Let's go back. Let's go back, and I will actually pay attention to the numbers involved this time, because some moderately decent profit going here if you want it. So did you all see the interview we did with Arthur this week about CGs and Galnet and Halloween and all that stuff? I hope you did. He was a lovely bloke to talk to. He was very accommodating, actually, bless him. It was really nice to have him along. He's one of these people who's naturally funny as well, which just makes you sick, doesn't it?
3, 2, 1, engage.
The first launch of the Falcon Heavy, was it? Yeah, okay. That was the double landing, wasn't it? There's a really good video of a guy who was part of the audience that was sort of, you know, near the base, but not kind of in it, just kind of general public. It's a really good video of like the double sonic boom as they come in, and then everybody absolutely going nuts when these two enormous rockets land. Whoever thought, honestly, we'd live in a time where rockets would be landing? There's a whole generation of people who are going to grow up with rockets landing, and that's normal. I mean, that's just extraordinary. It's the kind of thing that was only ever in science fiction when I was a kid. I know I sound like an old man now. That's because I am, but it's absolutely amazing. What SpaceX is doing is just breathtaking. The BBC, I tweeted about this morning. I don't often tweet about things that annoy me, but I did tweet this morning because the BBC reported on the SpaceX thing yesterday, and all they reported on, this was on the breakfast news this morning, all they reported on was the fact that the rocket blew up. I was like, you just know that report was thrown together, designed to fill minutes, and put together by someone who didn't give a damn about the facts that went into it, and that just absolutely boils my intestines. Thank you, Yaga. Spookster, I'm glad you enjoy it. Joe Sar, I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. MS Squared, not so pleased that you enjoyed. No, I'm glad you enjoyed it, guys. We enjoyed making it. It was very nice. Hello, Bob, mate. How are you? Bob's here, everyone. Woo! We can start. Bob's here. Yeah, it was a real fun interview to do as well. It was really nice. He was a nice bloke to talk to. We're going to do it again when we've got. I haven't actually agreed this with Frontier, so I'm sure they'll be fine. But when there's like something, you know, when there's something to discuss again, I don't want to interview them, and then because you know Frontier can be quite tight-lipped, right? Which is fine. I don't have a problem with it. It's just the way they are. But Frontier are quite tight-lipped until they've got something to talk about. So when they've got something to talk about, when they're at a stage where they can actually answer questions about whatever the next thing is that's going to happen, when it's a time appropriate, we will get them into a Discord chat again and have a yak and see what they can tell us. So all being well, you will see Arthur and or one of the lads again at some point in the future. Water purifiers, right. Oh god, the price has gone up, Christ. Okay, I might up how much I'm buying them for then, because there's no point. When I started buying them, they were like 230, so I will change how much I'm buying them for, just to kind of make it a bit worthwhile. Body trading, manage market. Let's have a look.
Landing gear retracted.
And that one, buy price, let's change it to... What the hell? Let's make it the maximum. There we go. I'm sure there's nothing coming. I'll just boost. There we go. There we are. Fly safe, people. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Right. Yeah, so there was another video I watched on America's such a weird place if you're English, and Americans, please don't be offended by that. If you're English, America's a very weird place. There was a guy in Texas
Drive charging.
who put a video up. He's got tens of
4,
thousands of subscribers, so
3,
it's obviously something he
2,
does fairly regularly.
1.
He clearly lives
Engage.
near Boca Chica. I think I'm saying that right, which is the place where SpaceX are currently launching now the Starship rocket from. And he was, as far as I can work out, he was basically filming it and watching it from what in the UK would be considered a back garden. Absolutely, I mean, obviously it was a few miles away, but absolutely amazing. To be able to do something like that is just, look at that. See what I mean? Tawanta's, it's never ugly here. Every time I fly out to my carrier, when it's here, I get a view like that. There's a planet actually much closer to the central star as well, and it goes, as you can imagine, it's very close to the star, and it whips round and round and round, and occasionally you see it across the disk when you're landing here, and it's never there for long, but you get a little glimpse of it. You can actually see it moving if you sit there long enough. Freaky deaky dude. What are we doing today? I'm doing the CG, but I'm not actually at the CG at the moment. What I'm doing is filling my carrier up with water purifiers that I'm buying from Wilson Port. Oh, Walker coming through. I'm buying water purifiers from Wilson Port in Towanta, which is my home port.
Landing gear deployed.
And then at some point, probably, I don't know if I'll get time to do it during the stream. It depends how quickly we can get it filled up. But at some point today, I will ship it over to the new community goal that started up and unload it. Savidian, I don't know. I suppose it depends what your normal is, really, doesn't it? But I've been to America 3 times, I think. And saying you've been to America is kind of like going to the Isle of Wight, which is off the coast of the south coast of England, and saying you've been to Scotland. I get, So I went to Florida twice when I was much younger, when I was a teenager, and then in my early 30s I was working for a games provider. Long boring story, but I went to I was lucky enough to go to E3 one year in LA, so that was a hell of an experience. But I don't think I've ever been quite so tired in my entire life. So that was quite extraordinary. So I've been to LA, but I've only kind of seen it from the plane. Because if you go to E3, you basically get off the plane, you go into your hotel, you crash because you've got E3 the next day, and then you get up, and then you get a taxi to E3. You spend most of it looking at a laptop and some paper, and then you get there, and then you see the inside of a convention center, and then you do the same thing again in reverse, and then you go home after about 2 or 3 days exhausted. So, I've been to LA, but I haven't actually seen LA really. And I've been to Florida twice, which is, theme parks. So I haven't really seen America, if you know what I mean. But now that I'm a bit older, I would very much like to. I'm sure I'll get round there at some point. Why am I here? Oh, I'm selling, that's right. And once again, I completely paid absolutely no attention to how much money I was making. Never mind.
Confirmed. Ship released. Launch is go.
Weird is our middle name, says Digital. Redneck, no offense, we are weird. It seems to be a country of very much a country of extremes. You seem to excel at extremes, which is, you've still very much got that pioneer spirit as well. It's like, I don't think a company like SpaceX could exist anywhere else in the world. America sort of doesn't care how difficult something is. It's just kind of like, right, we're going to do that, so they just do it, and that is something to be admired. But there is a lot about America that's very alien to the British mindset. But I suspect the British mindset is very alien to the rest of the world. Hello, Alec Turner. How are you? Are you sticking around tonight, Alec, for the gameplay reveal, or have you got to be sensible and be a grown up tomorrow? I suppose if whatever it is going to happen happens at 11 o'clock, then we're laughing. But although having said that, I think after I've seen gameplay from Odyssey, I'm not going to be able to sleep anyway, even if I wanted to.
Request approved. Please head directly for Bay 09er. You are approved.
A key UK is in Chile, Derbyshire. Fast food drink sizes. Yeah, when I first went to America, that was a hell of a that was a hell of a thing. That was, I mean, you know, England has kind of sort of followed suit in that vein since then. So it's not anything kind of that unusual over here now. But I'd never really seen great big gulper kind of drinks like that before when I went there. That would have been early 80s, I want to say, early to mid 80s probably when I went there. Pariah, we're in shape. Round is a shape. You're not wrong. It is. Fearless, you're not at work tomorrow? I'm really glad I'm not at work tomorrow, I have to say.
Landing gear deployed.
I wonder what we're going to see. I mean, like, oh, it's really difficult, isn't it? Like, when Frontier streamed on Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday when they did Super Cruise News. Bruce, I can't remember his exact words, but Bruce is one of the more restrained members. I think, I don't sure he won't mind me saying that. He's one of the more restrained members of the CM team, and he said I think his words were something along the lines of the trailer is absolutely freaking amazing, something like that. And they're obviously, you know, very excited to show it off. But they would be, right? Because, you know, they're part of Frontier's marketing team at the end of the day, which is fair enough. Nothing unreasonable there. But I wonder what we're going to see. Oh, God. I wonder what we're going to see.
Landing gear retracted.
I would imagine after it's been released at the game show, it will appear, I would have thought, very shortly afterwards on Frontier's YouTube channel, at the very least tomorrow, I would guess. So, either way, if you're asleep when it's initially broadcast, it'll probably be waiting for you tomorrow. I wonder what they're going to show us. So it's got to be first-person stuff, right? I mean, it might seem obvious, but Elite is a big game, and gameplay in Elite is not one particular flavour. But you would have thought, you know, Odyssey being what it is, surely we'd see a bit of first-person gunplay. That's what I'm guessing. Is that what we think? Does that seem unreasonable?
2, 1.
Spookster, you'll be watching. Excellent. I want some sort of, it's not going to happen for Odyssey, I don't think, but I want some sort of smart HUD that knows there's an orange background behind my orange text and adjusts accordingly. Look at that.
Welcome, Commander. Maintain a conservative speed.
Shall I just spend the rest of the stream just looking at that? That'll be alright, won't it? We'll just sit here.
Access granted. Commander, you are good to approach the landing pad.
Where are we? How long do we think it will be, says Alec? Elite isn't up for any awards, so it'll be a little advert feature in the middle of the awards night programme of events. Or maybe a minute or two. Oh, honestly, mate, oh, I honestly don't know. I mean, my gut feeling, because they're describing it as a trailer, right? So if it's a trailer, you're looking at a couple of minutes, I would have thought. And if it's part of the
Landing gear deployed.
part of the award show, but they're not, you know, they're not the subject of the award show, if you see what I mean. It could be anywhere. I mean, you know, they sometimes have pre-stream sort of videos, don't they? I know one of the other award ceremonies recently did something similar, where they had loads of trailers playing before the show actually started. The only thing I'd say is that Arthur said on the stream on Tuesday that they were expecting a late night. They were expecting to be up, you know, until sort of the early hours of the morning. I can't remember what time he said, but whether you can draw anything from that, I don't know. Right, I need to pay attention to how much money I make here. Make being a relative term, really, but I just want to see how much it's is it a meaningful amount? Oh, there you go. That's all right. 2.5 million. That's better than a poke in the eye with a blunt stick.
Landing gear retracted.
Clamps have released. You have liftoff.
I do love my T9. Anytime I get to use my T9, I'm a very happy burr. Did you see on Galnet today? I might have been putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 9. But there was, I think, an implication that we'll be getting another AX CG, possibly, maybe, or something happening AX-wise in the near future. on one of the Galnet stories. Hang on, let me just get inside the station and I'll have a look. I can't remember where I saw it now. But you've got a load of basically the CG that we're doing at the moment is to set up colonies for the Marlinists that have recently fled persecution from the Empire. And so you're setting up another inhabited bubble full of civilians in the middle of a heavily Thargoided area. So I can't see any way that that will possibly go badly and result in thousands of deaths. I say deaths, you know, you're looking at more sort of melted children, really, aren't you? Is that it? It might have been that one. Let me just check. No. Was it that one? Yeah, here we go. Anti-Xeno security is not as stringent as we had planned due to the low availability of ADF vessels and Aegis being impacted by federal and imperial defunding. It may be necessary to call upon the galactic community again. Should we encounter further interference from the Thargoids. So what I would take from that is there's going to be further interference from the Thargoids. And you AX people are going to be busy. I don't think that's an unreasonable assumption. I will go to the site. Thank you very much. Oh, that's one. Thank you very much, Yaga. That's perfect. Yeah, that's it. I would imagine, yeah, Alec, I would have thought Arthur and Co. Will essentially be, I want to say firefighting, but I don't mean it like that. I don't mean it in a negative sense, but, you know, whilst a large portion of the UK and everybody to the east of us may well be asleep at the start of the show. Obviously, the rest of the world to the west will very much be awake and looking for answers. So I would imagine they'll be awake for that. That is my guess. Yeah.
Cargo hold.
Oh God, I wish we knew what they were going to. Oh God. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm trying not to worry about it, but you know, I'm sure it'll be fine. The problem is they got the weight of expectation is absolutely vast, really, isn't it? Because we
Landing gear
you know, we
retracted.
kind of know sort
Engage
of
from landing pad.
what we
You are
think
go
probably
for
to
departure.
expect from Odyssey, but you know, truth be told, people, we haven't really seen seen anything, and so this is a big dealio. It's a really big dealio. I hope that, you know, the problem is everybody's like, right, great, we're going to see Odyssey gameplay, brilliant, good, bring it on. And if they show this trailer and there's like 3 seconds of footage in there, people are going to start eating their faces.
Frameshift drive charging.
But by the same token,
Frameshift drive charging.
it's a trailer being released in the middle of someone else's show
4,
rather than it
3,
being
2,
an Elite
1.
Dangerous specific
Engage.
show. So you're not going to have a huge amount of people there who are awfully excited about seeing anything Elite Dangerous, really. So it's going to be the sort of thing that's aimed at people possibly who aren't Elite Dangerous players, with a view to bringing them in, if you know what I mean. So it might be a bit more whiz bang boom. But who knows? Who the hell knows? Not that Elite isn't whiz bang boom, but it does have its moments where it isn't awfully whiz bang boom, which is kind of what I like about it, honestly. It's punctuated with whiz bang boom rather than being whiz bang boom central. You can quote me on that. So I don't know. I wonder what we'll get. Oh god. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's really weird, isn't it? I'm in the middle of streaming and I get a notification telling me that I'm streaming. For those of you who are late-ish to the stream and are wondering where the hell Stan is, let me show you the Stan cam right now. That is the Stan cam. Newly Christmas decorated. You'll note it is devoid of Stan. So Ree has promised that if he returns, he's not missing or anything. He's just off doing cat stuff. You know, he's busy. He's a busy lad. If he returns, oh, great redneck writing that down. Thanks, man. If he returns, Ree's going to coax him upstairs with some biscuits.
Landing gear deployed.
I'm getting a lot of tourist vessels landing at my carrier, aren't I? That's weird. It must be that bio-waste spillage on deck 8. I know, Watcher, I know. And he's been there pretty much all night last night, all day today, because it was raining. The reason he isn't there at the moment, basically, is because it isn't raining right now. That's the problem. So he's basically hasn't been out of the house for about 20 hours. And so now's his opportunity to go out, so he's grabbed it right in the middle of the stream, rather inconveniently. He doesn't normally. But if he returns, Ree has promised that she will bring him upstairs. So 2.5 million. Thank you very much. How much have I done so far? How do I tell? Let's go there. Pure. Okay. 3,000. Cool.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing clamp disengaged. Maintain a controlled speed until clear.
So our son Reno Solis is an elite player, as well as he's 18, so he plays, you know, whatever takes his fancy, but he keeps coming back to elite over and over again. He's been very wrapped up in elite for the last week or so. He kind of ebbs and flows, which is fine, but he's been very excited about Cyberpunk, and he had college today, but Cyberpunk rather inconveniently came out at 11 o'clock last night, I think it was. I think he played for about 4 hours, stayed awake as long as he could, but then got to rather a long cutscene, and decided to leave it running and go to sleep. When he woke up this morning, his PC had blue screened, and the blue screen was completely unrecoverable, and he had to go to school with an unrecoverable blue screen PC. So the first thing I was doing this morning was unblue screening his PC.
Layton, Bravo, Papa
which was a bit of a scary moment for us all, to be brutally honest, because, you know, the first thing he wants to do as soon as he gets home, quite rightly, is play Cyberpunk, that we've all been waiting 8 years for, and not have to deal with a blue screen PC, but as it turns out, it was quite easy to fix. So, Alec, does it? Do you know what? It's really weird, isn't it? It's almost completely passed me by. Cyberpunk. I'm only vaguely aware of it. Really, to be brutally honest, and that's only because Reno is so excited about it, or has been so excited about it. Simon Beck, the cat, is sleeping on the desk between you. That's nice. That's really sweet. Freaky, isn't that the case? Honestly, they do their own thing. They so do. Yeah, Blood Clot. I suppose that's one of the things I do know about it, is that it looks like a futuristic GTA, but it very much isn't. I do know that you can't just, again, this is because Reno sort of kept me in the loop with some of it. I do know that you can't just walk up to a car and nick it. You know, you've got to sort of, I think you end up buying a car, don't you? And it kind of very much becomes your vehicle, and stealing a car, I guess, is because it's very much an RPG, isn't it? Is my understanding. But it's really weird, isn't it? I know it's a massive, massive steamrolling hype train at the moment, but I honestly don't really know that much about it. The little bits of gameplay that I have seen, I get it's not aimed at me. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? But the little bits of gameplay that I have seen, I kind of look at it and go, it looks all right. So is it really impressive then, Alec? What is it that sort of, what is it that blew you away? I hear you, the reality is that you're just going to keep playing Elite, and I know I'm the same as well, but if I had a PC that could do Flight Sim a bit of justice at the moment, I know I'd be playing that as well. But I spent too many years with because the old versions of Flight Sim were far too system intensive, and I could never get all the buildings to. I wanted loads and loads of buildings, and I could never get a PC to run that well. I don't think the old versions of Flight Sims did run that well, to be honest. And this new one, I do want to play it, but I'm going to wait until I've got a PC that can really, really do it justice, and then I'll probably play a bit of Flight Sim maybe. But my gaming time is so limited these days that I really want to sort of make sure that when I do play it, it'll be absolutely the top notch. I don't really know why I went in there. Yeah, that it'll be absolutely top notch. And I bought water purifiers, didn't I? I couldn't remember. Yeah, I did. I want to be able to run it at as close to max as I can reasonably expect it to get without having a sentient PC. But I am acutely aware that, let's be brutally honest, I'm going to be playing Elite until the end of my days, honestly, because I love it. The fact that they're adding essentially first-person shooter elements to it as well is I couldn't be happier. I just want it to not be a complete suckfest. As long as it isn't a suckfest, I'll be fine. I have no reason to believe it will be, so. So Bloodclot, you're saying it needs another year or two. Have we got sort of first day bugs and stuff going out? I know you were quite excited about it, weren't you, Jagger? Have you not kind of dived straight in, or is that as SnowRunner still very much got your attention? Is that what I'm seeing there? Because I know you love SnowRunner, don't you? And having played Mud Runner even just a weeny bit, I can absolutely understand why. The level of details in every single aspect of the game is incredible. See, the problem is with level of detail down to the nth degree, Alec, is that there is a danger that it, and again I'm saying this as someone who has no experience of the game whatsoever, there is a danger that the detail starts to get in the way a little bit. And funny enough, as a family, we were having this discussion during the week about Star Citizen. And Star Citizen, you can look at Star Citizen and Elite next to each other and think, well, they're very similar games, and yes, they kind of are, but also they're not. Star Citizen, you kind of,
Engage.
your character wakes up in as it is at the moment anyway. Your character wakes up in a bed. You have to leave the building that you're in, walk to a train station, get the train down to where the starport is, and stuff like that. You know, and I haven't got time in my day for that. You know, it's that kind of level of detail, which is great, but yeah, I don't have time for that. Elite takes long enough to play already without doing stuff like that. I suppose my fear is that Cyberpunk, if it's simulating that much, and also, is Cyberpunk actually a simulation of a futuristic city, or is it a theme park that looks like a futuristic city? Buggy as hell, cops spawning out of thin air. Okay, Yaga saying SnowRunner and Elite's taking up. Yeah, I can understand completely, mate. Fearless, I know. There are other games apart from Elite. I know, right? Yeah, whatever. Wayne saying Cyberpunk's graphics are nothing special. Graphics maketh not the game. Wayne. But I know what you mean. Okay. Is it maybe a sort of a next generation, or you know, current top end generation graphics card game really? Exorcist, yeah, I used to upgrade my PC around it. Microsoft Flight Simulator, yeah, yeah. I've got horrific hours in Flight Simulator, and it hurts my feet to not be playing it at the moment. But elite, 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 elite. Simon, yeah. Funny enough, Reno was saying that about Red Dead the other day. Just turned into a massive death match. It's such a shame, isn't it? What a wasted opportunity.
Docking successful. Ship is secure. How can we help, Commander?
English gent, yeah, I hear you, mate. Yeah, that'll happen more and more and more. The patience thing. I used to be so impatient with games. But you just get to a point you're like, I'll do it later. I've got to eat a sandwich now. That's really is the focus of my time. Stuff like that. At one point, Exy just finds a body, carries it out onto a balcony, cop lands in an air car, lay out the stretcher and place it. Right, okay. That's interesting, Alec. I haven't seen much gameplay from Cyberpunk at all, but I have seen that bit, which makes me think that's theme park. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of, rather than something that's being simulated, that's something that's happening for the player because of the player. That's not a bad thing at all, but it's not emergent. It's not kind of like, you know, it's something that happened because he just happened to be doing something. Was he following part of the script for? I don't know how to put it, but do you know what I mean? That's interesting, Savidian. You play a lot of No Man's Sky. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, Cooler King. It's tough, isn't it? There's a balance to be found. It's really weird because you know, you always think I get what Star Citizen's doing, you know, and 20-year-old me would have been absolutely wetting their pants over it. You know, being able to walk around Elite is a great example, right? So the inside of a Coriolis station, I won't do an injustice to it by attempting to remember how big the inside of a Coriolis is, but they're absolutely enormous. Just the inside of a Coriolis is, I believe, bigger than an entire city in GTA. You know, they're absolutely huge. And 20-year-old me would be really excited about walking around the inside of a Coriolis station. But in reality, do you really want that? You kind of want it. You kind of want it implied that it's there. And this is part of the design challenge that I suppose Frontier have sort of set for themselves, is you kind of, you want everyone to believe that all that stuff is there, but in actual fact there are sort of invisible walls that stop you getting to it. But whatever you do, don't show the player the invisible walls, because as soon as you do that, bang goes immersion, and good night Vienna. I suppose I think probably what they're doing with Elite is that there'll be a social space inside a station, which will be big-ish, but it'll basically be copy and pasted across, because there's something like 50,000 stations, so there's no way you could you could make them all unique. So you'll basically have variations copy and pasted across the galaxy of social space A, B, C, D, and E, or something like that. And you want the implication of other stuff outside of that, and then at some point in the future, if they want to add another area that you can go to, or a different, I don't know, a different vendor or whatever, then they can open up another tiny bit of the station and go, okay, now you can go here and now you can go there. But whatever you do, Frontier, don't make me get on a goddamn train to go to go across the city, spend half an hour going to buy a gun, because I just don't have that kind of time in my day anymore. I like the way Elite does things. It feels complicated enough and big enough that you can get lost in it like that. But also, you know, the times when I sit down and I've only got half an hour to play, I do want to sit down at my PC, jump into my ship, even if it involves just getting somewhere for the next time that I play. You know, my gameplay tends to be a bit sporadic like that on occasions. That's useful to me, but don't make me get a train to my ship or whatever, that stuff, you know. It's not patience, it's the laziness of age. 40 was definitely a turning point, Redneck. It was definitely a turning point, yeah. You do get to a point where you think, do you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to get someone to do that for me. Probably a young person. Yes, that's what I'm going to do.
Landing gear deployed.
Cividian, I love it when any game has got a photo suite. But yes, I take what you mean about No Man's Sky, but I love it when any game's got a photo suite. It's something that's happening more and more, isn't it? Obviously, with the prevalence of streaming and social media and all that kind of stuff. Hello, Eagle. How are you, mate?
Docking complete. Commence power down. Greetings, Commander.
Yeah, April, I know people get bored with the travel time in Elite. I suppose with Elite, it's almost part of the game, really. And I know that, you know, you could quite rightly turn around and go, what's the difference between that and leaving your bed and getting on a train and going to your spaceship? And the answer is I don't know. I suppose I can get on a train in real life, whereas I can't fly across a star system. Or can I? You don't know. Okay, you do know. I can't. Alec, no, I agree with you completely. I absolutely understand. I suppose the difference is, is it? Well, I'm guessing. No, I completely agree with you. The air transports in WoW, absolutely. I mean, that's one of the things that actually drew me into the game. But I suppose I can't sit on the back of a flying griffin in real life either. It was. I mean, I literally, you know, the length and breadth of Azeroth, I literally flew it on taxis, just because I wanted to see what it looked like. I mean, it used to take, certainly on Kalimdor, I think it used to take, you know, upwards of sort of 20 minutes, half an hour to travel one end to the other. And I did that on more than one occasion just because I wanted to see it, just because it was fun. But again, I can't do that in real life. I suppose it was part of the immersion factor. Barry, yeah, immersion in Elite is enhanced because you're seated with a HOTAS. Yeah, I agree, mate.
Retracted.
Landing restraints lifted. Moderate speed on exit.
It's an interesting balance, isn't it? I wouldn't want Frontier's job, like trying to find whether the right place, the right sort of you know, what the sweet spot is. I don't know. Beverage of choice today, as always, ladies and gentlemen, is peach juice. Not the actual peach, not the actual juice of a peach. I hasten to add, it's a squash, but you know. Exorcist, I honestly feel that way when people complain about ship interiors. I'm too old for this. Just give me fast travel to the bar. I don't. Okay. So ship interiors. Here's where I stand on ship interiors. I want ship interiors. Am I happy that ship interiors aren't available just yet? No, I'm fine with it. What I want from a ship interior is something meaningful to do in there. I don't just want to walk the length of my beluga. Well, I do. You know, something like a beluga or an anaconda. Yeah, I'd love to walk the length of it, but I'd probably only do it once. Once you've got, you need something meaningful to do. Oh, eagle. Thank you very much, mate. That's really sweet of you. Thanks, Eeks. Do you like our parrot? He's awesome, isn't he? Where was I? Yeah. So I want. It's no point having a ship interior if there's nothing meaningful to do. Thank you very much, mate. That's really lovely of you. Yeah. You don't. You might think you want a ship interior, but until there's a danger of, I don't know, you being boarded by pirates and getting in a gunfight in the corridor, I would humbly suggest that perhaps you don't want ship interiors until that's available. And as frustrating as it is, we'd like, all of us would like everything right now, all at once. Of course we would. I would. But if Frontier tried to do that, I think we'd end up in a situation like Star Citizen finds itself in, where they're trying to do everything all at once, and as a result, they haven't done anything to a secure enough degree to be able to go, yes, it's worth buying for that, in my humble opinion. But there are parrot indeed. there are differing opinions, and that's okay. That's fine. Each to his own. Our son has Star Citizen and occasionally gets a lot of joy out of it. So by picking a coffee cup up, taking it to a forest somewhere, leaving it there, coming back 2 days later to find that the coffee cup is still there, that is impressive. That is singularly impressive, and I'm sure at some point down the line that stuff will be useful. I guess I don't yet understand where, but I'm sure it will be, and that's not sarcasm. I'm sure it will be. I just think, for my money, eagle. Parrot. Thank you very much. I can't remember what I was saying now. Oh God. Yeah. I guess for my money, I would like that slice of the game finished first, and then I'd like that bolted on, and I'd like that done properly, and then I'd like that bolted on and that done properly. M squared, thank you very much. That was very, thank you guys. That's very sweet of you. We were a little bit worried. Well, we had an actual incident of someone very kindly donating to the stream and me not noticing until much later on, and the notification wasn't anywhere near as loud enough. And so we spent a whole day, those of you who missed last week, I did say this last week, we spent a whole day finding the right video and the right amount of noise that I would notice in the middle of a stream, and I would humbly suggest that the parrot is doing just that. So, oh God. Bob! Thank you very much, Bob. That's very... Okay. Are we done? Are we done now, Eagle? Is that it now? Thank you very much. That was very sweet. Thank you, Yaga. Thank you very much. Oh dear, oh dear. Thank you guys. That's really lovely of you. Thank you. That's very sweet. I'm glad you like the parrot. I'm very sorry everyone else sitting there looking at an empty commodity market. What was I doing? Oh God. Sell, right. Yeah, so Star Citizen, it seems a very odd approach to me to try and do all of it. Thanks, Yaga. Yep. Thank you very much. I can't remember what on earth I was talking about now. Oh God. Yeah, I know Elite's not perfect. And I'm sure all the while I was sitting there going, I'd like them to do that and get that right and then bolt that on. You know, I'm acutely aware that there's stuff in this zone here that isn't right yet and isn't finished. But there is so much that's right and so much that's finished that it's
Frameshift drive
it's a
charging.
damn good game with an awful lot to do. Oh no. Aki, thank you very much. It is quite compelling, that parrot, isn't it?
Engage.
Thank you, people. That's really kind of you. Thank you. Oh dear. Yeah, so I wonder if it's ridiculous, isn't it? But yeah, I am looking at something like Star Citizen, going, well, will it ever be finished? Really? And the what's the single player component bit? Squadron, whatever the hell it is, that bit. I mean, surely that should be done by now. I'm completely, I'm acutely aware that COVID's probably put a bit of a wallop in the middle of it, but 57. I'm glad you like it, mate. Yeah, we quite like it as well. It genuinely made us lol. So anything that makes me and Ree laugh out loud is always going to end up on stream. No, M squared. Thank you very much. I assure you the blue screen of death was fixed this morning, so don't worry about that. And that was my son's PC. Oh, X, dude, mate. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you very much, X. Jeebus. Flipping heck. Wow, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Landing gear deployed.
Wayne, I hear you, mate. I don't think it is. I genuinely don't think it is a scam, honestly. But I can't. I'll say it if you can't. I don't think it is a scam, honestly. I genuinely, I do think, cheers, X, mate. I appreciate that. I do think, Chris Roberts has got the I want to say the best intentions. He's not doing it because he's a charitable soul or anything like that. He's doing it because that's the game he wants to make, and that's how much money it costs to make games like that, to the degree that he wants to make it. And people are clearly in, whatever you want. Yeah. Thank you, Yaga. Oh, English Gin, thank you very much. Oh my god. Thank you very much, English Chat. That was very sweet of you. Thank you, guys. Stop it there. Don't do any more. That's very lovely of you. But oh my god, we're over. Oh my god. Right then. Right then. Thank you very much. Well, we've hit the target. Let's just get up. Yes. Thank you very much, people. Oh my god, wait till Ree sees it. Oh my god, that's absolutely amazing. Wow, I feel compelled to swear, but I'm not going to. So I will say flipping sheep. That's incredible. Guys, thank you so much. Oh my god. That's absolutely amazing. English gent, I wish all parrots danced as much as that, honestly. Isn't it? It is great, isn't it? I wonder what's going on there. It's like, wow, guys, brilliant. Parrot power indeed. Wow. Oh my god, I can't believe it. That is fantastic. Oh my god. We were talking. Oh. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Eagle. Oh, was that Stan? I can hear a cat. Hang on a minute. Let me just hang on. Hang on. Oh, both our cats have got bells on, and I can hear. Um, we need a celebration parrot, don't we? How do I? Hang on. Let me see. Right. Don't nobody do it again, because I might be able to. Right. You're about to. I think you're about to see the notification come up again, but it's not. I'm just repeating it so you can see the dancing parrot again, because Lord alone knows you've earned it. So I'm just going to cue. Hang on. There we go. That's me doing that. Okay. Do you want it again? Let's get a couple of freebies in there. Come on. There we go. There we are. Right. Wow, guys. Thank you very much, people. Okay, that. Oh, I don't know. No, that was. I think that was me. I'm not sure if that was me or Eagle. I think that was me. That may have been a misclick. Sorry about that. If that was you, Eagle, thank you very much. But I don't think it was. I think that was me. Thank you. So yes, right. Sorry, people. Well, I can't. I've got no idea what I was talking about now. Cat. I was talking about cat, wasn't I? I can hear cat bell, which means there might be a Stan around. So I want to try and grab Stan if I can. Which rhymes. So that's good.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, that's really annoying. I can. Right. Are you all right? Just for. I'm really sorry. I don't want to. I don't want to leave you. But by the same token, I want to be able to give you cat Stan. Cats. I want to be able to give you cat cam with Stan in it. So if you're right, just hanging on for a second, I'll put you on the be right back, and I'll see if I can't grab some Stan for you really quickly. And also, when I come back, I've got to remember to turn my microphone on, because that's what I don't do. So bear with. I can hear cat bell. Bear with me. I don't know if he doesn't look awfully happy about staying, so he might not. He might not stay, but oh no, he's settling. There you go, he's settling. It's not a great angle, is it? I've given him that grey lump that you can see there. I've given him my jumper because he quite likes sleeping on my jumper. Shall I try and get you a better picture there? Hang on a second. It's a bit low tech. This. Hang on. Was that? Did I see Savidian then? Thank you very much, mate. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. That's I kept bolting back. Thank you, mate. That was really lovely of you. Guys, that's incredible. Really incredible. That is going to make a huge difference to what Ree can do. Just incredible. Thank you so much. Flipping heck. Right, that's about as good a cat stand as I can stand cam as I can get without. Problem is, if I start messing around too much up there. Thank you very much, Savidia, mate. That's really sweet of you. If I start messing around too much up there, he'll jump down and then we'll have no cat again. So you might have to put up with. He'll move. Don't worry, he will move. So I'll leave him up there for the second. Right, let's get on and try and achieve a thing. My God, I can't believe we've wow more than surpassed the target. That's insane. Oh God, that's nuts, you people. Right, focus, Burr, focus. That music should be on the stream countdown. I really want to do something with the stream countdown. Actually, I really like. I know Bob's a bit nervous about me changing it. It's okay, Bob. We had a discussion about the music on the countdown.
Detachment complete. You are go for departure.
And it looks like I'm not changing it. I say discussion, you know. Obviously the footage will need to get changed once Odyssey launches, but it looks like the music probably won't. So I know everybody really likes that music and it is absolutely stunning. So the music will stay. It's very much a part of our identity now, which is quite nice. What was I going to? There was something I was going to ask as well. Oh yeah, right. Okay, so are you lot aware of Frontier Pilot Simulator? It's nothing to do with Frontier and nothing to do with Elite or anything like that, but it's a trucking game, sort of, where you're in a kind of futuristic ship, and it's very flight assist offy. It's got quite complicated flight dynamics. But they contacted me ages ago and asked me if I wanted to look at their game, and I did, but it was a long time ago. And I did a little sort of like a real kind of quick first look kind of video. This was literally a couple of years ago, I think, not long after we started the channel. And they contacted me again today about half an hour before we came on stream and asked me if I wanted to take a second look. And the reason they asked me is because we've now got 13,000 subscribers on the main channel. I wouldn't put it on the main channel these days. If I was going to do it, I'd put it on this channel. And I suspect they wouldn't be quite as interested in that because we haven't got anywhere near the subs on this channel. But would you lot be interested in looking at it if I did do that? Is the rambling question that I was working towards. They're obviously reaching out to people at the moment because I know I think OA did another video on it recently, and I think Down to Earth might have done as well. And I must admit their videos I sort of looked at and went, oh wow, they've done loads of updates to it. So I was kind of half curious to look at it anyway. But I'm curious to know if you lot would be curious for me to look at it. I'm really surprised actually, Jagger as well. I'm surprised you don't. Yeah, there you go. FA off. Yeah, I'm really surprised you don't play it because it's very it's a very hardcore flight mechanic. It's a vertical takeoff and landing. What's the word I'm looking for? Sort of tilt. You know the tilt rotors. You know the V22. It's like a futuristic version of one of those that you can load freight into, and you fly across sort of an island archipelago on an alien planet, basically. There's no kind of piracy mechanic or anything like that I'm aware of, but it's very flight mechanic. It's a very flight mechanics driven game rather than aliens are attacking my face. It's not that sort of thing. It's very much about the flight mechanics. Frontier Pilot Simulator, it's called. Hang on, let me see if I can use sticks with it. Eagle, you can. You can very much use HOTAS with it, I believe. Let me see if I can find a trailer. Frontier Pilot Simulator. Okay, this one was made. Hang on, trailer. That was 2 months ago. I want a trailer, guys. Have you got a trailer? Come on, guys. Give me a trailer. I need a nice quick punch. This is what it is. Okay, this is 20. Okay, that's 2019. That's kind of close. Let's try that. Okay, the trailer I'm putting in now is kind of it's had some significant graphical updates since this, so this is possibly the worst example I could give you of it. I'm not really selling it, am I? I'm not trying to sell it, to be honest. Here we go. Yeah, sticks as in two. I don't see why not. I know what you mean. I don't see why not. I know you can. I know you can definitely use a HOTAS in it, and I would have thought if you can use a HOTAS with it, then I wouldn't see any reason why you couldn't use sticks. To be honest, I know you can definitely sort of change key bindings and stuff. So I would have thought so. So yeah, that video I put in there's quite old at this point. The graphics have been updated somewhat since then, but it's got a lot of extra features as well. So you've got like a sort of virtual HUD that can tell you what way the wind's blowing and things like that. And well, not virtual HUD, was the word I'm looking for, like a augmented reality kind of vision that tells you what way the wind's blowing, and you kind of have to account for fuel and all that sort of thing. I can imagine me falling into the sea quite a lot and dying, and to be brutally honest. So I might not be the best person.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship to party. You have liftoff.
You've very much got Stan's butt cam at the moment, haven't you? I wonder if I could actually... do you reckon I should I risk it? Let's take a quick vote, people. Shall I risk it for a biscuit and try moving Stan himself so that you can actually see a bit more Stan and a bit less bed? The danger with doing that is that Stan will get down.
3, 2, 1.
Now, of our two
Engage.
cats, regular viewer will know that of the two of them, Stan is the least likely to move. He will. You can pretty. I mean, with that the tinsel and everything that Reenie's put there, she put that there while Stan was there, and he literally didn't care. So we could probably get away with it. Shall I risk it? Shall I risk actually shifting Stan, because the camera's quite difficult to adjust? So shall I risk moving Stan so that you can get a better view of him? What do we think? Is it worth the risk? Because all you've got at the moment is Stan's butt, really.
Lakon Bravo Papa Sierra.
Which of all the bits of Stan is possibly the least interesting.
All station services are at
Maybe rotate the bed. That's what I'm thinking, Digital. That's what I'm thinking.
proceed to bay.
Exorcist, thank you so much, mate. Take care, buddy.
Docking initiated.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the trailer breakdown as well. Yeah. It's going to be an interesting evening. Rotate the bed. Do we think? Shall I risk it? While it's docking, let me do it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. Here we go. Hang on.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, there we go. Maximum Stan.
Ship is on the ground. Commence power down.
The problem we've now got is that you can see where he's sitting now. He's now staring at me. So what I've got to do now is ignore Stan so that he doesn't think there's a chance of getting some fuss if he gets up and comes over. So where are we with the carrier now? I'm going to leave this. I'll leave the carrier here for the rest of the evening because, as I mentioned, I'm going to be at my PC quite a lot tonight. If anybody's around tonight, by the way, and they're going to be waiting for the what am I doing? I'm buying. And they're going to be waiting for the content reveal. I will be in Discord.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
I would imagine in various states of awakeness. So at the very least, if you want to drop into our Discord, which all being well should be linked below. If you want to drop into Discord and say hi, please do. That's all right, isn't it? That's a bit better for the stand cam. Excuse me.
Moderate speed on exit.
What you want now is for Squid to come in. If she comes in, she'll bop him on the face. She will literally bop him on the face. That's kind of her default position.
Roger that, Commander. You are go for VTO.
So yeah, if anybody, all right. So the reveal, Dewey. The straightforward answer is we don't know. It's part of an awards show tonight. So Frontier isn't getting an award, but they'll be running. Different companies, I guess, are running trailers either before or during the show, and the content reveal, the gameplay trailer for Odyssey is going to be at some point. Thanks for the sub, Aki UK. I hope I'm saying your name right, mate. Yeah, Frontier's Odyssey gameplay trailer is going to be somewhere during the stream, and the stream starts at 11 o'clock UTC tonight, 2300 UTC tonight. I've got no idea how long the show runs for, so it could be at 1 minute past 11 or it could be 3 o'clock in the morning. Got no idea. I'm really hoping it isn't the latter. But...
Comms established. Hello, Commander.
there is a Frontier, as I said at the beginning of the stream, there is a Frontier stream tonight at 7 o'clock. But that, I believe, will not contain the Odyssey gameplay trailer.
Request accepted. Your docking computer.
It's they're just, you know, I say just, but they're doing a thing with the fuel rats, I think, tonight. So I don't mean just, but you know what I mean. They're not doing anything Odyssey-wise tonight. They are spending an evening with the folks from the fuel rats.
Possible crew runner detected in this vicinity. Coordinates to follow.
This is what I like to call a semi-automatic landing.
Landing gear deployed. Landing gear retracted.
A little bit quicker, but I don't have to worry about the last 300 yards. Aki UK, Aki UK. I'm going to go with Aki. Is that all right, Aki? that exclamation mark claim thing. I'm seeing that everywhere now. That's like a current meme, isn't it? I'm seeing that everywhere on Elite Dangerous stuff. Has that just come out because of the Twitch drops they're doing, or is it a general internet thing? And we've got Twitch drops, I think, on next week's stream, not our stream, I hasten to add, but on the Frontier stream, I think they're doing Twitch drops, aren't they, on the 17th, I want to say.
Landing gear retracted.
Confirmed.
Okay, we'll go with Aki. All right, mate.
Controlled speed until clear.
Okay, Frontier currently has 2 interns getting their fuel rat license. Oh, wow, okay. Abriel, there is. Because of the way the game works, it's on PC only, but you're absolutely welcome to join if you're on PC. It's literally called the Buur Pit, rather originally. If you just search, if you go to your right-hand menu, go to Squadrons, and then search in there for the Buur Pit, or B Pit, also works.
Frameshift
Um,
drive charging.
and you should see us.
4, 3,
There you go.
2, 1. Engage.
No, you're alright, Eeks. More answers are always better than no answers, in my humble opinion. It's alright. Here we go. Screaming into Wilson Port again. It's just occurred to me that I've forgotten to line up a doing the thing this week. So we have two options. We can either forego doing the thing, and if you would like to forego doing the thing, that's absolutely fine. Or I have a thing that I can refer to immediately to my left,
Thank you for choosing our station, Commander. We hope
which
you
is
find
part
it
of our
feature
geeky
like.
collection, but is not of the type that we've done before. We've got quite a lot of geeky art as well. I want to call it art. It's more than just a picture, if you know what I mean. We've got quite a lot of that around the, well, I say around the house. It's just on this floor really,
Request approved.
or just in this
Cleared
room.
to land at docking bay 2
But I have a piece of very geeky art to my left,
Docking initiated.
which I can get down and show you. But I've forgotten to get anything off of the shelf. So what do you reckon? Eagle. I should explain that reference, people. A few of our dear friends from Discord, do the thing, says Abriel. Okay, a few of our friends from bless their hearts from Discord have sent Rini a Christmas gift, and it is in a box downstairs. Rini is not good with secrets. She does not like secrets, and she becomes a bit of a nightmare if she knows a secret is being kept from her. The same mentioned friends have told her that I know what's in the box. I don't know what's in the box, but they will not
Docking
let it
successful.
go.
Crew dispatched. You are most
And as a
welcome,
consequence of which, Rini's like a dog with a bone. She will not let it go either. So I keep getting hassled to tell her what's in the box, and I don't know what's in the box, but she won't have it. That I don't know.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
That's a good angle on Stan, isn't it? That's worked out quite well. I'm glad I did the adjustment. He's passed out again now. Spends most of his day asleep, does Stan.
Landing gear retracted.
Disengage from landing pad. Moderate speed on exit.
Have a quick look at squadrons. There we go. We've got a application. If you're not already in the anybody who's interested, by the way, if you're not already in the Buur private group, just go to the social menu here. And request access. Just search for Buur, B-U-U-R. And I will let you into the private group. As a squadron and a player minor faction, we are based around the Tawanta system, which is the system I'm in at the moment. And you'll often see most of us charging around there.
Frameshift drive charging.
You are clear of the station.
And I wish it was cross-platform, but it isn't. I'm really sorry, guys. One day, maybe.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
ships keep appearing real close to me when I'm doing this run, and I'm guessing that's the... Because, you know, if you're doing this amount of freight moving, you're going to get pirates. Because that's the way the game works. And I'm wondering if that's them. A few jumps back, we had a guy jump in real close as well. That's always a sure sign that you picked up some unwanted traffic. But it's really nice doing this. I'm so close to the station that it basically doesn't make any difference, which is quite good. I quite like that. So where did we get to on the Frontier Pilot thing? Do you want me to give it a go? I might have to fire it up and see if I can actually fly the thing, because when I first tried it, it was very, 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 very difficult. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't necessarily make for a terribly interesting stream either. What happened to cartography at Betancourt Base, Kevin? I believe it was just there for the community goal, which is now finished. So I'm guessing they turned it off. At a guess, anyway, mate. I don't honestly know, but I think that's probably what's happened. That was last week's CG, wasn't it? Freaky, you reckon? Give it a go. Alright, I'll have a fly of it, mate, and see if I can actually fly the damn thing. And then maybe we'll do a stream. Sell stuff to myself. Yeah, still making 2.5 million. That's quite nice. Okay. Okay. Where are we now? Okay. I think if we do the thing now, we'll do the thing. I can literally grab the thing off the wall up there. So if we do the thing, and then I'll leave the carrier parked here with the purchase order in place. And then as soon as it fills up, I'll take it to the CG and we can unpack it there. If anybody's interested in doing it, you're more than welcome. But as always, there's no pressure whatsoever. But I will do as attractive prices as I can to make it worth your while. Okay, let me just sort doing the thing out. Right, so if I've got to try and bring this down without bringing the green screen down. If I go to... Let's go to that. There we go. Okay. So, as I mentioned, there's a ton of art. I don't know how I'm going to get this on screen. This is going to be quite challenging. So, as an impromptu, this is this week's doing the thing. Ready? There's quite a lot of this kind of art around the house. Here we go. I hope you can see that, because I can't see what you can see. I now cannot see anything. Oh, there we go. Right. So if I... Okay. Okay. There we are. So that is a kind of stylized version of the Millennium Falcon, which hangs to my left. Now I know this may I'm very lucky living here, right? So this may look like, I mean, it's on proper canvas and it's in a wood frame and all that kind of thing. It might look like a very expensive piece of art, but I actually picked it up at a local. There's a store down the road that there's one of these places that just sells absolutely everything, you know. So if you want a box of clothes pegs or a fat fryer or a drill or some overalls or a picture of the Millennium Falcon, you can get it there. It's a massive shop that sells loads and loads of things really cheaply. And this, I swear to God, this was about 4 quid, 5 quid, something ridiculous like that. So I've actually got, and they do quite a selection of geeky artwork. Oh my God. Hang on, this could all end in disaster. So I've got quite a selection of geeky artwork that I've got from this store, which is a few miles down the road. That very nearly was a disaster. There we go. I think that's good. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, it really is cool. So I've got loads of things like that. So there's I'll show you at some point some of the other stuff as well. There's quite a bit of Marvel stuff and quite a bit of, you know, quite a lot of Star Wars stuff and things like that. So Yeah, we've got tons of that around here, but I've also got, yeah, there's a very lovely Christmas present one year that Ree bought me up there, which was not quite as cheap as that, but yeah. So yeah, that was literally it's printed on canvas and everything. It looks and feels like a proper painting, or a piece of pop art, you know. But it was actually only about £5. I've got quite a few bits of that, so yeah, there we go. So that was fun. New better face cam. Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't got a new better face though. 57. Sorry about that, mate. I can't help you with that, I'm afraid. Right, do not miss next week. We'll be doing the Breakfast Club again this time next week. So we'll be in a post gameplay reveal situation. So it'll be an interesting discussion to say the least. But the other thing we are doing next week, which I've threatened for the last couple of weeks, but the other thing we're definitely doing next week is we are giving away that, which will be your very own 3D printed Sidewinder, which Rini has sprayed silver for us. So we are giving that away next week to one lucky person. You haven't got to jump through any hoops or any ridiculousness like that. It'll be thank you, watcher, that's very sweet of you. It'll be really easy to win. We don't get a massive amount of people watching this stream, so the odds are pretty good. So if you fancy having a shot at winning that just in time for Christmas, be sure to be here next week. It's our Christmas, I want to say Christmas special. There'll be a couple of other things happening. We're not going to do anything nuts or anything like that, but, you know, it'll be the usual rubbish, but it's always lovely to see you. Guys, I cannot thank you enough for the support. Particularly, like what we've seen on stream today, Ree doesn't know yet. So there will be a shockwave leaving this house in fairly short order once the stream is done. So thank you very much for all the support, and I mean that on the main channel as well, and just with the subs and everything. The way you guys follow us, and you're so very kind to us whenever we talk to you. So it's a genuine privilege. Both of us really appreciate it. We hope you enjoy what you see. We've got loads more stuff planned. Next week, Freaky Deaky, it will be 3 o'clock UTC in the afternoon, 1500 UTC on this here very channel. So the Buur Pit plays. I set the stream up in the morning, so it'll be on your if you're subscribed, it'll be on your subscription list from as soon as I remember to do it. Yeah, 1500-ish, says Jagger. Yeah, it will be 1500 next week on this here very channel. So on the Buur Pit plays, not on the main Buur Pit channel. I don't think there's anything else I've got to tell you. I don't think there is. I hope you have a lovely week. The nightmare that 2020 was is coming to an end in every regard. Oh my God. Thanks, Eek. Thank you very much. The nightmare that 2020 was is coming to an end in every regard. I don't know if you're not in the UK, you probably would have seen on the news that vaccinations and stuff like that have started. Thank you for the sub, watcher. You'll have seen vaccinations have started. We're not at the end of the tunnel yet, but we can definitely see the end of the tunnel in the distance. So hang in there, people. Look after each other. Continue to take this stuff seriously. Wear a mask, please. As I say, look after each other. We'll be back here this time next week. Thank you so much for your overwhelming support, all of you. You know what it means to us. And we will see you very, very soon. And oh my God, tonight, keep everything crossed for the Odyssey gameplay trailer. Claim Parrot. I wish. Thank you for joining me, people. Thank you so much, people. Thank you for joining me. This has been brilliant fun, and I will see you next week, and we will have a video out tomorrow on the main channel for whatever happens tonight. Whatever happens, we will have something covering it for you and giving you our thoughts. So enjoy yourselves. Fill the carrier up if you can, and I'll try and make sure you make some money from it. This has been brilliant. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Do take care. Bye. I can't find my off switch now. There we go, it's there. See you later, gang.